What's up guys, Slaughterfit's back here with another video, and this time I have another Skyrim build for you guys. This build I'm calling the Champion of the Empire. It's basically a themed tank build using some of the new armor that was added in with the Creation Club. And so yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So for weapons I use the Champion's Cudgel just because it fits so perfectly for Imperial themed tank or heavy build. But, for some reason, the Champion's Cudgel isn't upgradable. You can't upgrade it anyway in the game. I don't really get why. That's kind of stupid. It's one of the only weapons like that I can think of. So I boosted by a lot of enchantments, but could only get it up to 200 damage, which is pretty good, I'm not going to lie. And it has the Chaos enchantment, which is also pretty good. But, if you're trying to make the best build possible, maybe use something else. But this just fits so well with this whole theme I got going on. And then for apparel, I have my gold emerald ring, which I enchanted so my health regenerates 35% faster and two-handed attacks do 45% more damage. And then the Grand Champion's helm, which is definitely the coolest part about this whole build, as a super cool double dragon thing on the two sides. And yeah, it's kind of an interesting color. It's hard to match anything to the color, but I just matched stuff to the general theme. But yeah, armor rating of 184 when fully upgraded and boosted by some enchantments. And I enchanted mine, so restoration spells cost 28% less to cast, and magicka regenerates 70% faster. Restoration is the only magicka this guy uses, just fast healing. And then Imperial boots and bracers have an armor rating of 138. I enchanted the boots so my stamina regenerates 35% faster and two-handed attacks do 45% more damage. And I enchanted my bracers so two-handed attacks do 45% more damage, and my heavy armor skill is increased by 28 points. And then the Lord's Mail. This is a unique piece of armor that was added in with the Creation Club. Armor rating of 394, just a couple shy of 400, which is pretty good. Overall armor rating of 853 for this whole set. This is not a matching set, but this custom set I've made. And so, unique enchantment, or I guess ability, I don't know exactly, on this. Opponents in melee range have 5 points of health absorbed per second, which is pretty damn good. Increases poison resistance by 75%. That's, sometimes helpful, I guess, if you're fighting, like, spiders or something. And increases magicka resistance by 17%, and that is also pretty good. 17 isn't like the best ever, but it's to have 3 effects going is definitely makes it worth it. And that first one is super good. And then finally for my necklace, I enchanted it so my health regenerates 35% faster and two-handed attacks do 45% more damage. So you're going to want to max out heavy armor, obviously, so max out Juggernaut so your armor rating is increased by 100%. And then well fitted, so a 25% armor bonus if wearing all heavy armor. Tower of Strength, 50% less stagger. This is not a matching set, so this perk actually doesn't affect this, but you need this perk to be able to get Reflect Blows, which is a 10% chance to reflect melee damage back on an enemy. And then get two-handed and max out Barbarian, so your weapons do twice as much damage. And max out Skull Crusher, so your Warhammer ignores 75% of armor. Obviously, this only applies if you're going to use a Warhammer. If you want to use, a Greatsword, get this one. If you want to use a Battle Axe, get Limb Splitter, and so on. And so Champion Stance power attacks with two-handed weapons cost 25% less stamina. This is actually pretty helpful because you can do more power attacks that way. Devastating Blow, standing power attacks do 25% bonus damage with a chance to decapitate your enemies. Great Critical Charge can do a sprinting power attack, which is really helpful and staggers opponents. Sweep sideways power attacks hit all targets in front of you, not just the one closest to you. And War Master backwards power attack has a 25% chance to paralyze the target. And then this guy's pretty basic, so the last thing you'll need is just a little restoration. I didn't put that much in, I just got Apprentice so I can do fast healing, regeneration so healing spells cure 50% more, and then respite so it also restores stamina. Alright guys, since this dude's an Imperial guy, I thought I'd test out the build first by fighting some Stormcloaks. These guys are usually pretty weak, so I'll probably, fight someone stronger after these guys. But let's see how this holds up. Oh, one shot against a normal Stormcloak soldier, which I think soldiers are kind of like a slightly worse version of guards, so Not exactly cream of the crop, but... Oh, damn. Was that a one-shot? Damn, so yeah, it's really just a one-shot against all these dudes, basically, if you do any sort of power attack. Oh, and I forgot this armor drains stuff from them. So yeah, as you can see, I'm not even doing anything, and these guys' health is just getting drained away from them. This is actually super helpful. I forgot this does this thing where anyone who's, like, at all close to you just gets their health drained. This actually might make this, if I'm being honest, guys, you know, because this isn't a matching set, that definitely hurts it a lot, and it's not, like, the best armor in the game. But honestly, this ability where it just replenishes your health might make it, you know, one of the best in the game, honestly. Like if that makes any sense, like, armor-wise, like, its actual stat is not insane. Like, what is it? 394 when boosted by a couple enchantments and fully upgraded is actually decent, but the main thing that just sets this apart is honestly maybe the best in the game, chestplate exclusively, is yeah, that it absorbs health just by standing near people. And someone like this who can't die, I can just stand next to this guy. It's like a infinite human battery just to replenish myself. So that is actually super helpful. I was not expecting it to work that well.
Suffered worse during training.
I mean, look, like, I can just stand by him and his attacks have, like, no effect because I just gain all of his health back. Wow, that is... I'm just really impressed by this. I'm definitely going to start using this in my personal playthroughs. But yeah, let's go fight some harder opponents. Alright, guys, I'm here at Skoldafen to fight some harder opponents, see how this holds up against them. I think this will probably do pretty good. I mean, those Stormcloak soldiers literally had no effect on me. Yeah, and neither did a Restless Draugr. So I think I'll be able to hold up against dragons and, you know, higher level Draugr. Oh, yeah, this dragon is getting messed up. Oh, I'm just spamming him with the run thing. Yeah, the dragons are weird because you can't actually, like, run up to them because they have kind of, like, an invisible wall around them. You can kind of glitch sometimes and get that repeated sprinting attack, which is actually really helpful and does a ton of damage. And normally you can't, you know, do it over and over again like that. You can only do it while sprinting. So yeah, this is a situation where, like, if I play this smart, I mean, I think there's basically no way for these guys to kill me. But I would still say if I was dumb and let my guard down and let them do some significant damage, they could end up taking me out. So, you know, this build is, I'd say, like an A tier, like, super good, but not, like, impossible to die. Let me know if you guys would want me to start ranking builds more like on tiers or out of 10. I think when I started doing builds, I did that, and I just kind of got out of practice of doing it. But if you guys would like to see that to have a better understanding of how good a build is, I'd be happy to do that. It doesn't really take much effort just to, you know, think about it in those terms. So yeah, just comment if you'd want to see something like that. So I will say, if I was going to redo this build, I might put a little bit more into stamina, just because, you know, for this it hasn't come into too much, you know, effect. But if I was doing a whole playthrough, I'm just not being able to run very much. This guy does not have a ton of stamina, so yeah, maybe put a little bit more into stamina if you were going to do this build for an entire playthrough, just because, you know, I have a lot of health, but it's just getting a little annoying walking everywhere. So yeah, like the health regen is still helpful for me against these guys, obviously, but they have so much health that it's not really doing like a dent to their, you know, personal supply. Ah, you bitch! I was about to have you. What a pussy. Bro, the Draugur's arrows low-key be like the most effective. I'll be playing Skyrim and I'd be doing pretty good against Draugurs, and then some Death Lord just like arrow shots me from across the room and like completely takes me out in one go. See, like, this is where I was saying this could get a little hectic. Like, I probably should have healed before fighting this guy, I even thought about it. Because I'm starting to get into the territory where he could catch me in an animation. So you just gotta be, you know, careful with it. Like, when I take my time, step back, heal, I mean, that guy had no chance against me. But, you know, if I just run into each guy trying to fight him, it can get a little hairy. Oh. Taking these dudes out. I want to kill that dragon I already started on, but I kind of think he's just going to keep running. How the fuck do I even get up there? I think I have to go through the building, so I'll probably call it good for now, guys. Let me know what you think of this build down below in the comments. Comment any ideas you have for builds in the future. Let me know if you'd want to see more builds like this kind of specific themed build. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and take this guy out, but I'll just keep talking. Let me know if you guys want to see more kind of specific themed builds like this in the future, or if you'd want to see more, I don't know what you'd call it, maybe like conceptual builds of, you know, tank, archer, like more, I mean, I've done those ones before, but you know what I mean, kind of more idea based where you can kind of do whatever personal spin you want on it, or there's ones like this that clearly have a more specific aesthetic I'm trying to attain with this. So yeah, just let me know what you'd want to see in a future video. I don't know why this guy was like Blair Witching it all turned around. But yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So, peace.